Demi, and today's video is very exciting. I'm joined with my mum. Hello! You haven't actually seen... Oh, you have. You've done a get ready with me at yours before the drag show, didn't we?
Oh, aye.
Anyway, today's video, I thought it would be fun to do another assumptions video. Now, I've done many of these on my channel before, but I've kind of always just done them by myself. But I thought while I had mum, we're going to do an assumptions video where you guys on my Instagram assume things about me and assume things about my mum, and we are going to react to them assumptions. I'm going to do the ones about you first.
Yeah,
okay. Will you get offended easily?
No.
Mum doesn't get very offended. Right, the first assumption is you always wanted 2 kids.
Yeah, I did. Always wanted just 2 kids, a girl and a boy.
Yeah, and you got that. So I always knew that. Mum's always kind of said that every time I've ever asked. So I kind of knew that one. The next assumption is you were embarrassed that Demi posts in her underwear online.
Birthdays is like, I don't have Instagram, and what are you doing in your underwear? Were you promoting something or were you showing something off?
Just...
See, I don't see them, so I don't know, but would I be embarrassed? No. But I think I wouldn't be embarrassed if she took her top off. Or anything like that, like if you didn't have your underwear on, but...
I'll show you a recent photo I posted and you can react to it because you don't actually see what I post, so you can react to it.
So what did you do on Instagram? What
so like that was my recent
So what did you do,
post.
just put it on for people to look at?
Well then I put like a caption, just...
Well, why not one that sexy site, that Kerry Katona and them are on, but I think those get their chirps out. That Katie
because OnlyFans.
Is it?
Yeah, well because I just wouldn't want to like... I think there's a difference. Like, to me, underwear is only what you'd ever see in a bikini. Like, I don't think you see more than what you'd see in a bikini and underwear. Whereas on OnlyFans, obviously, because people pay for content, I think there'd be the expectation to show more. And I think people quite easily fall down the rabbit hole of getting, like, seeing the money signs and showing more. And I would never want to do that.
It's like, you can go in the garden or you can go anywhere with your bikini on. But as soon as you start in a bra, you feel as if you're showing your... And yet you would in a bikini. Do you know what I mean?
That was my recent post.
I'm embarrassed.
What do you think? I remember once, guys, right?
Girl go.
When I was about 16, I had this black little top and I'd pushed my tits up really heavy and I went to me mum, I'm going to post this as my new profile picture, and she went, yeah, fucking not, because the tits were like out. But I remember that one. But I wouldn't say embarrassed. I think you'd probably just say...
Do you know what it is? In years to come, you can like, we all think, you know, body image and that. It's body positivity. And years to come, you think, why didn't I just post that out? Why?
I think that was what it was for me as well, you know. Like, when I used to work so hard at the gym, and like for years I was quite obsessed with the gym, my body and stuff like that, and I have no photos of that like time of my life. And I think, why, if I was so proud of like what I'd achieved, why didn't I take photos and stuff?
Because at the time, I'll tell you
why. I'd
never
seen it.
No, but at the time, when you're a size 12, 14, you think, God, I'm not putting the weight on, I'm fat, so you don't take photos. But then when you get larger than a 14, you think, if only I took photos when I was a 14, I would realise I wasn't big. And it makes no difference what size you are. It's if you're a good person, you have a good soul, you don't look down at anybody, and you just praise what you've got. Be thankful for what you've got, not what you haven't got. That's what I say. Not got a lot.
Yeah.
But no.
The next assumption about mum is you have undiagnosed ADHD.
Do you know what it is? I think I do.
Do you? Aye.
What's the other one? Not ADHD, the other one? Because I can be hyper 1 minute and then come down with a boom the next. Probably because it's adrenaline and with us having a bad heart. It depends on what type of day. But with us being diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I'm always aching and that, but when I'm on a good day...
Is that what causes your hand movements? Because that gets picked up on videos, you know, people go on about it. What's the name of that condition?
Fibromyalgia.
So that's what it is, because there's been assumptions before on videos that you're a drug addict, that you have a, what's it called, like a tic?
Well, the tic...
Like a thing?
A tic is ADHD, like a part of a Tourette's or a syndrome of like Asperger's.
And people comment on the facial expressions you make.
Well, I've made them.
She's always had such an expressive face. Like, honestly, right?
Dolly has. I think she's quite nervous.
But you'll be talking about something, right? And you'll
see what
I'll just happen to look over at Mum and she's going... and I'm just like, you alright? I think you've just got such a naturally expressive face that, like, but you don't hide it. So like if Mam's like not impressed with something, you'll fucking know, because she's just like,
my face will just tell you.
Like all the time when I was younger, and I'd like put this cute little outfit together, I was really happy. I'd go downstairs, what do you think? And she'd go,
that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. And I'm like, I'll fucking tell your face that, love.
Do you know what I think the facial expressions is? Because I used to do a lot of like skit taking, comedy, and I used to always try and get in the role of people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that was part of it.
But like, I don't notice the hand stuff now, and even like if you've seen, I featured as the same thing. Like, I don't notice it though.
When I look around the living room wondering what that noise is, and I keep thinking, what's that noise? And then I concentrate on the telly, and I think, there it is again, until I see my foot going.
But like, I never notice it now, because obviously I'm just used to it. But like, obviously on videos, when people aren't used to it, they wonder why you like fidget a lot.
I'm conscious of it.
Are you?
Aye.
No.
But it's my hands, I have to keep them going.
And our hands are always like ice cold, I find as well. They never ever heat up. It's very rare you would get like a hot hand, isn't it?
But I suffer from hypohidrosis, which is obviously like excessive heat in the body. But my hands are freezing, so's my feet, but the rest of my body's boiling.
Which is a bizarre one.
And my glasses steam up on my head.
I had to Google what this word meant, because I didn't know, but I actually thought it was quite funny. You're a bit of a cougar. Cougar. I googled this, and I think it said
I know what it is.
A woman who likes a younger man or something like that.
Yes.
Well, considering she's in a 10-year difference relationship with a younger man, I'll say yeah.
Yes. Neil is my little cub.
But really, before Neil, you weren't with younger people, you were with older people. Like just your age or a few years older.
The only
really.
difference that Neil's got is he's the only tallest one I've been out with.
I can't put that in, you fucking killers. But I think with my mum's current partner, Neil, who I don't know if you've actually seen my 25th birthday vlog last year, he was in that. He's been in backgrounds of videos. Imagine if I got Neil in a proper sit-down video.
That, you've got to insist on that, because that would just, you'd be dead.
I'd be like, Neil, got a proposition for you, love.
It's the one line as he comes out with that has me apps. I still love, I'll tell you a secret, one of Neil's sayings which I love is balloon knot, meaning for like your bum hole.
Oh!
But I just, but Neil doesn't act like...
What's he say? Like, is it look your balloon knot?
No, is a balloon knot popping?
Right, okay.
I'm not steeping my teeth on out yet, like, so...
Yeah.
You know, there doesn't feel like an age difference, because I'm probably like...
I've never like noticed it.
It's probably because I'm just young.
Yeah. The next assumption, which we've kind of already answered, but I'll just conclude it anyway. Someone assumed you had a nervous tic, which obviously is not what it is. It's which it's not. It's what's the condition?
Well, fibromyalgia, but that's really like more of your full body just totally aching. But mine is sometimes my eye can droop. Sometimes I can twitch. It was winking and winking and winking for weeks.
Remember when years ago when you were younger and you had Bell's palsy?
Aye.
For like, how long did that last? Like a year? 2?
It can last for a year, but mine was like a few months.
Like one side of my mum's face when she was younger was just paralysed. Like she couldn't move the side of her lip. Like honestly.
I had to put it down with tape at night time, and I couldn't swallow that side of my mouth.
It's mad, isn't it? You've had a lot of shit.
I think it's
I just hope I don't fucking get it.
Well, I'm getting everything off your nan and granddad.
We have just got fucking horrible sinuses at the minute, like. Can never breathe. The next assumption is you worry about Demi posting her life online.
Don't, like, regret, if you're going to post, you can't just post the nice things. You've got to post the things that people want to know about, like what I would want to know about somebody who I liked. You want to know them things, and if you're going to be an honest social media person like you have to explore every your life. But
I still think there's a lot that I don't put on that people like don't necessarily know. I think like people jump to the conclusion that everything is just online, but actually there's a lot that's not, that I just wouldn't want it to post online. Do you know what I mean?
The only thing that I say about this, the downside of social media, or the positive thing is like, you know, you love it, you've wanted to do it, and you're not. People assume that Demi is like outspoken and think Demi is very shy because it's one-on-one, it's a camera in herself.
Do you think I am nowadays though?
Yeah, because if we go somewhere, you're going first. You still always push, and I'm going, no, you. The two are probably the same, but for you doing this job, it's because you're behind a camera, well, in front of the camera. But the only downside is I always say to her, don't read what people put, because it doesn't, I don't read anything. Because I just don't want to hear the negativity or even the positive. I know, you know, I'm losing out on reading the positive stuff, but the negativity, there's so much jealousy out there that's the only thing I don't like, that you take, sometimes if you read it to heart, you want to be false. Would they want you to be false? No, be honest. And if they can't hack that, then they've got problems and they need to go to counselling. I'll be a counsellor. I'll be a counsellor.
You and Demi are polar opposites. You matter.
No, I think we're polar opposites, because if you want to see, like I don't know, yeah, you know,
I don't know, I think there's some things we're potentially similar with, but like, I think if we're going to generalise a statement, I would say we're more dissimilar than similar. I think that's how it works sometimes, yeah, because I think that's how we have such a good relationship, because we're not the same. I think if we were the same, we'd clash a lot more. I
think I'm more immature
than me.
Like, something can be stupid, like say for example, say your
Nana. Oh, her and Nana fucking, and even
say
Sean.
Nana comes, right? And then I go, eee. And it's your Nana's face, and I go to hysterics, and Debbie sits there going, we go, you doing pumps, going, And she's so straight-laced that I'm buckled on the floor like a kid.
So I just don't find it funny.
She doesn't find it funny?
I just don't.
Wait, I'm gone.
You're not actually vegan.
Oh, she is. She is. Because I tried to rummage through her cupboards and everything's vegan.
What did I do the other day when I went to the shop? I rang Mum in hysterics, and Mum went, what's the matter? And it was because I'd gone to a farm stop stupidly. I thought it would be more like,
no, because for fruit and veg,
I thought for fruit and veg it would have been a more sustainable way to get my fruit and veg without all the packaging in the supermarket. So I'd gone to this farm shop.
It has got a good name.
It has, yeah, but I just seen loads of cows and a baby calf, and it wasn't a nice situation. I didn't like it. And I came out, I didn't even get any fruit and veg there. I left, I was crying, and I rang Mum. But I think the thing is people could assume this because I've obviously, like, I'm not 100% with makeup products, I'm not 100% with, like, cleaning products, and that's just because I'm still learning that. And there's a lot of brands that'll advertise that they're vegan, but actually because they sell in China, it makes them not vegan, because China has a legal requirement for you to test on animals. And I've been had with this loads, I get confused with it. So I do try and research a lot of things, but ultimately, like, you can never get it always right. And there was one time on a vlog, I put my bacon in the pan with Sean's bacon. So I think a lot of people thought, oh, you're just not vegan, because a real vegan wouldn't do that. But his was literally like done, and it was coming out of the pan, so mine was literally in for like a minute or so.
You should have done yours first, because then it would have been non-fats of animals.
Well, I know, I understand that.
It's still a learning process though.
I think, like, you know what, like, I do eat vegan in my day-to-day life. I eat plant-based, I've made mistakes, I've fucked up a few things, but like, so yeah, what? Like, I'm trying my best with it.
When you first started, there was nothing. I'm finding even now you're going to go vegan. And there is a lot where even your Nana will say to you, do you want an egg sandwich?
I'm like, I don't eat egg, Nana.
Do you know? Oh.
I forget.
I think it's because a lot of people think vegetarian and vegan, a lot of people still don't understand, but she definitely is. Because I'll go to give you something, even if it's just something you'll go, I can't, because it's got, whether it be animal fats or whatever, even like, you know, just things like that. But yes, she's definitely vegan.
It's not just for the camera. The next assumption is Demi drinks a lot in the house.
No, I'm just trying to think. When you lived at home, you never drank at all, really. You'd have the occasional bottle before you might go out, like a bottle of bud or just a drink in anyway. And that was it. But yeah, because your social thing is mainly at the house, and you do have people over, you're young. And you weren't a drinker even when you were really young. So I think it's not that you drink a lot in the house.
Just drink a lot in general.
I've just emptied your recycling, like. Hey, well, that's always full.
To be fair, I actually haven't tried a drink in about 2 weeks.
Better than the gin, though, isn't it?
Better than the what?
The gin.
To be fair,
I think it's part of social, being socially, even if it's a nice night.
I think since moving into the house, I've definitely drank a lot more than I ever have. But it is more so just because, like Mum said, I have people over, I have parties. and even if I'm just in the house and I've just got in, sometimes I just fancy a beer, so I have one. Like, I wouldn't say it's at a stage where I'm concerned. Like, I don't think I'm an alcoholic, but I do like to have a bottle of beer. I always remember when I used to work for the council, old woman there used to say they had like a bottle of wine and stuff.
Every night? I'd
never been like that. I'm not into wine at all, but I do like to have a bottle of beer or two. Not every night, I would say, but at least like 2-3 times a week I probably do. Not to the point where I'm like steaming or even tipsy, it's just I like to drink it.
There's no wrong with that. I don't think.
But I definitely drink more since moving into this house, yeah. So I think with your house, probably because I'm with Sean as well, he likes to have a beer, so then I'll just fancy one and I'll have one.
But if it's a nice night, you're sitting in the garden.
Yeah.
With me, I'd have my cup of tea.
Yeah. The next assumption is that I secretly smoke.
No, I couldn't imagine you smoking. Well, you might if you're drunk, like say, gives a puff of that right now. You can imagine you holding one.
The correct answer is yes, 20 a day. Just kidding. No, I do have them if I've been out with my friends and they're floating around when we've had a drink and stuff, then I will probably have a tab or a puff. But in the house, I'm not interested
What's it
in it.
Like if I was, I used to.
I think you know what I think it is. I think it's because if I'm with a group of people who go to the smoking area and I'm just sitting there, I feel like, oh, I'll just have one. So I'll have one then.
E-cigarettes and all.
No, I've never actually tried an e-cigarette, just actual tabs. But yeah, so I'm not a secret smoker. I'll happily tell you if I'm out and you see us in the smoking area, I might have a tab in my hand. The next assumption is you overthink small problems and make it into a bigger problem.
Yes.
Do you think?
Oh God, man.
What, like?
Anything and everything. You can think a year in advance and say, but you know, on that day, what's going to happen is this, blah, blah. I see you. And I'll say to you, wait till it happens out. Just wait till we get to that point. You can't do nothing about it, and all you can do is cause yourself stress. But she overthinks, and you know what it is. There's bigger things in the world to worry about, and she'll say, but. It's like Google is Google, right? But Demi will Google everything.
I do.
About the pups. Who's telling us probably never had pups before. Like midwives who tell you, like, you know, you must breastfeed. Never had kids. It's just you learn what's right for one is not right for another, and
yeah,
you take advice too much off like Google. What a crock of shit. It is though, and you're going, no, but Google said, and did you know? Yes, there is some facts out there, did you know, but not like by Bible I'm going to follow it just because Google said.
I am a worrier, but when I compare myself to other people in my life, I don't think I worry half as much.
Who worries more than you? Who? Oh, Sean. Sean.
But I don't think, in general day-to-day life, I worry as much as you think I do. I honestly think I'm quite chill with stuff. I don't think... I might say to you I worry because I want to whinge, but I don't think I worry as much as I say.
But if you have, like, say, a health issue that
like,
you
for example,
before, you'll Google it and you'll go, guess what, it's just said on.
Yeah, I think health things I do worry a bit.
See, I don't even worry about them.
But then I think at the same time, I don't worry enough because I never go and like and say anyone about it or anything. But then, like, for example, Jamie Carr's ended up with a big scratch on it, and like at the end of the day, like, I just don't really care. Like, it is what it is. But like, I think,
had it been John's car?
Well, that would
like
be
a newer car.
But his cars, there's a lot more value than mine and stuff like that. But like, I don't think I worry like as much as you think I do. I think I worry, but I think I just more whinge worry. Like, I think I whinge to you, and you
just
think I'm worrying.
Chest.
Yeah, but I'm actually like inside my head. I actually don't really give a fuck.
Put in my head.
Yeah. I'm like, and
then I sit and worry about it. Think, what you worried with that for?
I just give Mum a whinge, and I text you like something quite like, well, like on the spot moment when I've had something. But I
always try to, if you do worry, I always try to turn it to one. Like the other day when you rang about the farm. And you've seen the animals, and I says, well, it's the way you think of it. Like, I would say, oh, isn't that lovely? They're going in, they're going to be milked, and then they're going to see the babies.
I think that's a delusion of people who
that's the only
meat.
Yeah, that could be. It might not have been about that, but it's about animals in general. But you have to think of the positive and not always negative.
No, yeah, I agree. But when it comes to a situation like that, I think people who eat meat want to have the delusion that things don't happen.
But then you always put that it will happen just because you're vegan, and it's not
because
always
it's a farm.
But it's a farm, but is it like the farm you've got this cat and dog shelter, that's classed as a farm because it's a rescue and it helps animals.
It's not a farm, it's a charity.
Yeah, but that farm that you're on about, he doesn't have battery hens.
No, but a farm make money off animals. A charity or a sanctuary do not.
If I seen a slaughter truck with loads of animals, then I'll be traumatised because I know where they're going. And nobody can disillusion me with that, but seeing
Yeah,
a load
but a farm, you know ultimately as well though that a farm, they're making money from them animals regardless.
Yeah, they are.
Like, they're taking the animal's milk. How do you think cows have milk? They have milk because they've had babies. Where do you think the babies are going? They're not getting the milk. So I think, just with that scenario, I'm not saying every scenario, but I think when it comes to animals and meat, it is, and I had that mindset for years, that, like...
Do you think when you go to Ireland and staying on a farm, do you think that ever put you off or made you think about being vegan?
I think it did at times, because I never ate lamb. For years I never ate lamb because of the lambs I used to feed. But as a child I never associated that with all the other animals. So it was just the lamb for me. I would not eat lamb because I knew lamb was a lamb and I'd fed lamb and I liked lamb. And I liked the babies. So it did affect us, but not to the point where I was like, I'm going to give everything up, until obviously later in life when I did. But no, I think, yeah, I thought the negative in that situation, but it's because I know it's a farm and I know the negative is unfortunately not nice for the animals. But I do think I am a negative outlook on view things first. Not when it comes to veganism, because I'm very strong about that, and I think a lot of the time
you're like glasses half empty and where I'm glasses half full.
I don't think you always are.
No, I'm always trying to think of the positive thing. I don't think of the negativity.
I wouldn't agree. I think some situations you think of the negative and I'll say the positive to you. And then I think in some situations, I think the negative and you see the positive to me. Well, for example, yesterday when your car got really scratched and stuff, and I said to you, I know, but one of the first things I said to you, well, is at least you're okay and you're not hurt. So that was me actually there thinking of a positive.
Until I got home and probably had to tell Neil. And his eye roll said it.
He wouldn't hurt you. But no, but like, I think I'm not always negative. The next assumption is that I'm shy in person.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. I'm not as shy as man thinks, I don't think, though.
Oh, no. One of the drag artists, you were like, come on, come take the picture. And she can base somewhere, right, and go, right, we'll take some photos. And you're like, that. And like, I wouldn't do that, but she would.
No. Like, where you would say I'm shy is different to like...
Talking to people, you can be quite shy. If there's a lot of people. Once you get talking, you're alright if you know them, but when you don't know them, until you've settled in and judged the atmosphere, I think, yeah, she is shy.
I'm not shy in terms of like, if something happened and I was annoyed about it, I would kick off, I would say something.
Oh, aye.
I've done that plenty of times before. I think I can be like a bit shy or hesitant with things, but I wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't say nowadays.
Something you'll put your opinion across.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nowadays. I wouldn't say I'm a shy person.
No,
but I would say I can be in certain situations. I'm short-tempered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But short-tempered is if it doesn't go Demi's way, it's temper way.
Mum, don't expose me like that. You know the thing is though, like,
if it's not done there and then what?
Yeah, okay, it's a flaw. I'm working on it. I'm trying, but I just get annoyed about things, or I'm just like, oh, if it's not done now and then, it's never gonna get done.
Remember when you used to do dance routines and that, or if you got Brad to do something? Remember that one at the top of the stairs and you nearly fell down the stairs?
I know.
You were going, Brad.
I go, Brad, it's going, you're not listening to my routine.
Poppy, watch me.
I'm bossy, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, because if I was a director, I would get the job done. I am short-tempered, yeah, and I like things done in a specific way, my way. But I don't think that's always a bad thing. I think people make you out to be a really bad person if you are.
Oh, no.
But like, I think sometimes it's like, I know I have to be like that to get stuff done sometimes. You're just like, no, you fucking bitch.
I should be, but everybody just rolls their eyes.
You're quite short-tempered.
But people just roll their eyes and go, she's off.
You believe you're always right. I get this all of the time.
Even if you're not, you try and convince people your point of view.
But you know the way I say it, and I don't know if this is just a complete wrong way of saying it, but like...
You're always right.
Because I'm always right, yeah. In my head, like, the only way I can describe it to somebody is why I'm like this. In my head...
You are right.
Yes, but in my head, it's the only thing that makes sense. That's how I think I'm right. Because, like...
I can give you my point of view on something and you'll go, no, but... You don't even think about it. You just...
I don't know, I just...
The farm incident, even that, you think you're always right because you think them cows are going where they're going and they might not be.
But it's a farm!
Yeah, see, she's always right. In the end, you just agree and you go, oh, okay. But then she'll argue and go, well, no, you don't really agree, right? Because I'm not saying your point of view. I'm
trying to get better at this. I am really, really trying to take others' opinions on board.
Or see their point of view of how those look at it.
Yeah, but ultimately I'm still right. Do you think I'm a horrible person when I go on like that then? Because people say all the time,
Oh, now
she's so horrible.
No.
It's just the way I think. Like, I honestly just think, like, if I've got something in my head, to me that makes sense. Like, in my head, that way makes sense.
Some people though don't see another side of it until they're actually told. So everybody always thinks they're right in anyway, don't they? Otherwise they wouldn't be like so positive.
The other side of it. No, I do sometimes. I'm getting a bit better.
You go, aye, 4 weeks later, remember when you were on about that thing? I think maybe you could have, you know...
You could have been right. Do you think I'm arrogant?
No.
No, just like...
I don't think I would let you be arrogant. No, it's just like you're voicing your opinion, I do.
Thing is, right, guys, I think I'm always right, but probably 99% of the time I'm fucking wrong. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the very long assumptions video. I think we're rambled on.
We're just both perfect.
We're just, yeah, that's what I like. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I was thinking we could do maybe like an agony and dilemma video. Let us know, but that is going to be all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And we'll see you again shortly for another one. Bye!
Bye! Cool.